Welcome to Marvellous Muscles. Soften the knees, close the eyes, and allow yourself to move spontaneously. You may find small adjustments to keep you in upright. So our muscles here are moving involuntary. And then come to a still place. Open the eyes. Now bringing the arms through conscious control up the sides of the body. A sense of voluntary movement. Now bring in your imagination. Imagine that your arms are wings. And move. How does this change the sense of arms? Let the weight shift side to side. And then I'm going to come back to the arms, but also bring in the legs and having a sense of flight. So again, using imagination, shifting weight. Letting this settle. So we're exploring the skeletal muscles, around about 700 of them, but we'll focus on the most familiar to us. Placing the hands on the pecs here, pectoralis, and circle. I'm going to change the angle of my body to be more visible. From here we lace the fingers. They're coming up along the head. And we're going to arc to the left. Feel into the torso muscles and then come back up. The arms come down. We're going to roll down. As we come up, we're lengthening through the torso. Coming up a little bit more, and then taking the left leg back. I'm going to take the arms into warrior one. Then then take the whole torso over that front leg. Bring the hands down either side of the front foot. The back leg comes in. You can rest on the ball of the foot. You could bend the leg. You could even take that up to the standing splits. And then we bring that down. Rolling back up. Hands again to the muscles here, the pectoralis. I'm changing ends. Lace the fingers. Up the arms come. This time we're arcing over to the right. We come back. We bring the arms down. Roll the torso towards the earth. As we come up, we lengthen through the torso. As we come up a bit more, we take the right leg back into warrior one. The torso is going to hinge forwards. The arms come down one either side. The back leg comes in. You can either rest on the ball. You could bend the lower leg. You could even extend on up. And then from wherever you are, bring that leg down and in, and we'll roll back up. We're creating genie arms. And then with the fingers, we're squeezing inside of the biceps muscles. One on each side. We're bringing the elbows down by the body. And with a sense of resistance, we are curling. So flexing, feel the biceps. Then we're coming back to the genie arms. And this time we are squeezing the triceps. These are at the back of the upper arms. We are taking the left arm under, right over. So we have the eagle arms, trying to keep the elbows lifted up. Hopefully you can feel this in the triceps muscles. And then the top arm is under the under is over. Releasing. Then taking the two thumbs to the back. We'll circle shoulders, lengthen through the arms. So you might feel this in the triceps as well. And then from here, taking a fold. Bend through the knees. Go on up. Hands to the quadriceps muscles, we'll squeeze down them. When we get to the knees, we take the hands behind to the calf muscles. Squeezing down here, you have two on each side. When you reach the Achilles tendon, squeeze back up. When you get to the knees this time, just see if you can link the wrists together or the elbows. I'll turn to the side, so either wrists or elbows, and have a fold. Release the hands, and then we're squeezing the hamstrings. Come back up. You'll probably connect into the gluteus muscles here. And then we'll take the arms up and we're lifting the heels so we have a rise. And then we'll bring the arms down as we lower the heels. So taking your stance a bit wider, hands to the adductor muscles here, bending 1, 2, 3. From here, sliding the hands down until you can lengthen out the torso. You can either stay here. If you want more, then the hands come down and you take the legs out and have a fold. It's not for everybody. And then we push back. We come by bringing the legs in a little bit and the hands back on the legs, join other people here. And then we roll on up. We're going to turn to the left. We are finding our warrior 2. Then bringing the arms up and back. Again. One more time. Then the hands are coming to the pelvis. We're going to bring the back leg in a little bit and we're turning right round to that left side and we bend the back leg to create a lunge. It's kind of 90-90. My back leg isn't actually touching the floor, even though it might look like it. One more. From here, we slide into a pyramid. And then we come back up. Hands returning to the adductors. And we bend again. 1, 2, 3. From here, we have the extension. We might go deeper by placing the hands down and widening the legs with a fold. Those of you folding, come back. You'll probably need to bring the feet in a little bit and return to the legs. We all come up. Return to the right for our warrior 2. The arms alongside the head, back, alongside the head, back, alongside the head, back. The hands now to the pelvis. The back leg comes in a little bit. We turn right round towards that front leg and we lunge. We're bending that back knee once, twice, and a third time. From here, we straighten both legs, we slide, we extend. We come back up, turn forwards, and this time we're coming right back to parallel position. We're squeezing again down the quads. From the quads, we come to the back, to the calf muscles. We come back up them. And then we're going to try to take hold of wrists or elbows. Find a fold. Release. Hands then to the hamstrings, all the way up to meet the gluteus muscles. And finally, to engage these muscles, we're going to rise and lower down. So next we're transitioning onto hands and knees. Bring with you anything that will support this. If you need a drink, I will need to adjust my camera. So we're going to close our eyes again. We're allowing the involuntary muscular movement to adapt, to keep us from falling too far forwards, backwards, left, right. Take a pause. Then to engage the voluntary muscles, we're going to curl the toes under. So the We've told them what to do. And then we're going to come up into the downward facing dog. Very strong movement. We come out of this, and you can choose whether you want to kneel high or whether you want to have a low kneeling position. I'm going to stay low because I can keep my head visible. We take the arms now up and down at the sides. Then bring in the imagination for wings. How are your arms moving with a sense of wing? We have a flow to emphasize the arm muscles. Our neutral position. We're taking the left arm out. We bring it in. Both arms with the elbows, the inside of the elbows towards each other. We're going to bend. 1, 2, and 3. We now come down onto the sides of the lower arms. We lace the fingers together. We curl the toes under. And you have a choice. You can hover, that means take the knees off a little, or you can come up into the dolphin. You might want to bring the feet in a bit more, but you're moving with support from the arms and shoulders. And then we are coming down from here. And I am staying with a high kneeling position this time. We're going to take the palms up, the fingers are laced. We open the arms to the sides. We link the thumbs. We roll the shoulders back. We lengthen through the arms. Then we're taking the pelvis back. You can stop at any time. If you need to put the hands down, please do. But otherwise, just see if you can take it into a high child. And then we release out to that. Return to neutral. I will swivel. So ready for the other side. It's the right arm. Then we have the elbows turned in towards each other. We bend 1, 2, 3. Sides of lower arms, lace the fingers. The toes are curled under. We either hover or come up into the dolphin. And then we draw back down. We're taking ourselves up straight away into the hero arms. The palms are faced up. The fingers are laced. We then open the arms Link the thumbs, roll the shoulders back. We tip. You might stop here. You might travel a bit further. You might be able to bring the forehead down. And then we come back to our neutral position. So a flow for the leg muscles. We are taking the right leg. We have a rock here. Feel into the calf muscles. Possibly the quads as well. And hands. Then we bend that leg, flex the foot and pulse up. So the quads might be more in focus now. Definitely the gluteus muscles. Then this leg is coming out to the side. My toes are pointed towards my hands, and here we rock, or well, side to side. Then the lengthened leg bends and we tap. 1, going beyond the other leg, 2, 3, 4. Then this bent leg slides through. The other one lengthens. We curl the toes under and lift the back knee off. Release there. Come back. And we'll change sides. So, the left leg this time. It comes back. Then we bend. So we've got a sort of right angle-ish between the lower leg and the upper leg. We have the pulses. We then take this leg out, toes pointing in the same direction as the fingers. We shift the weight side to side through the pelvis. Then this extended leg bends. We're using the toes, mainly the large toe, to tap beyond the lower leg. This leg then slides through. The lengthened leg, curl the toes under, lift the knee up. Lower back down. Return to the neutral position. So a sense of the torso here. I'm going to take the torso up and down. We're going to feel that in the downward facing dog. I'm coming back. The left arm is coming forwards while the right one back and up. And then as we bring in, we're going to try to draw the knee towards the elbow and curl. We place down, and then this left arm scoops under. You might come down to elbow, you might come down to shoulder, and the other arm either stays where it is or it can rest over. If you want more, you can try and open through the top shoulder. We release out and get ready for the other side. So neutral. We arc up and down. We come into the downward facing dog. Try to bring the torso towards the legs. We come back. We have the right arm slides and left leg. We bring them up. When they come back, we try to curve the spine, bring the elbow and the knee towards each other. Then we place down. The right arm scoops. The left arm either stays grounded or could bind or rest. You may want to lift and open the upper shoulder. Releasing, coming out of this. Shaking out where necessary, where you need. And then we're going to come down onto our fronts. You're going to lose possibly my hands, but we're lengthening out. You can keep the forehead down, you can have it lifted, but with the arms, just slide one, then the other, and feel into the deltoid muscles at the top of the shoulders. Then come to slide the hands in, so you have this kind of sphinx position. Then engaging the triceps, the biceps, just lifting the elbows. It can be a little, it can be more, depending on the range of movement that you have in your lower back. So a few of these. It might help to draw in the gluteus muscles and the abdominal muscles to help. And then we come down. We're resting the forehead on our hands. We're taking the legs out a little bit, a slight V. Then we're drawing the abdominals, gluteus muscles. We're lengthening one leg, it doesn't matter, and let it rise and lower. Release muscles, then draw in again, gluteus, abdominals, lengthen and lift the opposite leg. And back. So this time, both legs. So draw in abdominals, gluteus muscles, lengthen and lift. Come back. So we're going to do those three one more time. So choose a leg, draw in abdominals, gluteus muscles, let it lengthen and rise, and down. The other leg, drawing in, lengthen, rise, and then final time, drawing in abdominal, gluteus muscles, lengthen both legs, let them rise, and lower. Choose a leg, let it bend, flex the foot, and lifting. 1 knee, then again 2, 3. Change legs. So you're bending at the knee, you're flexing the foot and lifting. 1, 2, 3. Keep that leg there. Let the other one join it. And then drawing in gluteus, abdominal muscles. See if you can lift both knees. 1, 2, and 3. Gently let down one leg, then the other. Bring the legs together, curl the toes under, lift up the knees, have a rock, and really feel the leg muscles engaged here. Release the knees down, the toes, and then from here, coming on to your side. Make yourself comfortable. We're taking the top arm, we're reaching it up. We are rotating. You bring that hand down to the shoulder. We circle. Change direction. Then, this bent arm, we're going to take the elbow back and see how near to the floor, the mat, it will go. Then the other way. So it's a spinal twist. This arm cradles the head. For the oblique muscles that wrap around the waist, we're going to take the head, the lower legs up, compress, lower, compress, lower, compress, and lower. And now comes somewhere on the pelvis. We let the top leg lengthen with a flexed foot, and we swing it forwards and back. So we're feeling into the leg muscles here. We're taking the same organization, but this time up and down. At any point you need to rest, please do. You might feel the muscle and tendon down the side of the body here. we will take a little rest. So this time we have a pointed foot because this will turn out and bring us into the adductors. And you have a greater range of movements. The turnout in certain dance styles. The next time that you bring the leg down, let it bend, let the foot come. So the adductors, again here, have a little pulse back. And then we take the whole leg into bicycling. Change direction. We'll let that settle. We'll come up to semi-sitting. And then from semi-sitting, we will come to sitting. Here, we're going to balance on our sitting bones by taking the legs off. You can hold them any way you want. It doesn't have to be like me underneath. You can come in front. Whatever you've chosen, just close your eyes and just see how the muscles involuntary are shifting the weight to stop you from going too far, hopefully one way or another. And then come to bring the feet down. We're going to take the arms in front of us, up, down. Then we're bringing in the imagination and see if you have a sense of wave. How can you move your arms now in a more wave-like creation? Then we lengthen out the legs. You will lose my feet unless I slide back. I'm going to take the arms up and down to the sides. Bring in the imagination of wings. And just see how it varies your movement. The power of the imagination to move the muscles. And let that settle. We come to take the feet to the right, the knees to the left. You can sit quite close. It could be 90-90. If neither of them are comfortable, then lengthen the leg. So we have an arc one way. Then we're going to spinal twist the other way. We're spinal twisting back towards the feet. We then take the left hand down, the right one reaches. You either stay with one side of the hip on, one off, or you lift both. And then we bring that down. variation. The leg lengthens. And you just have a rock here. Some of you might be able to come right over onto this one. And again, you can rock. Some of you might be able to bend and rock. And a few of you might be able to find the mermaid. Now, the mermaid is tucking the foot in the elbow and bringing the hand across. And then you release. Ready for the other side. So, we arc towards the feet. We then spinal twist way. So I've got my legs quite close together. You could have it 90-90, or you could have that leg lengthened. Then we're going to twist towards the feet. Coming back, support, reach, one hip down, one hip up, or both. Bringing that back down. So the variation, the leg lengthens, you have a rock. You might come over this way and have a rock. You might bend the leg and have a rock. You might have access to the mermaid, which is this one. Then, whichever one you're in, we release. We're going to take the legs out in front. And we're back to our genie arms. So, genie arms, we're squeezing the biceps. And imagine you have light weights in your hands, bicep curls. Genie again. This time we are squeezing the triceps. Then we have one arm under the other. Bring the hands together. We're trying to take the elbows level up, level with the shoulders. And we change them over. If that's not available, then have a V. Coming out this into the hero arms. So palms are up, fingers length. And then we're bringing them all the way over towards our feet. They may or may not touch or hook onto the feet. And then we release out. So we have One more flow. We're starting with wide legs. And we're leaning to the left and opening to the right. We're keeping the arms straightish, trying to lift the torso through. Hands in then to the adductors and just bend. We bring the feet together into the butterfly, and we're going to take the elbows towards the knees and fold. This will put quite a lot of pressure into the adductor muscles and quite a few others. We come back up. The left leg comes in front. Our hands to the heart, and we twist to the left. We come back. The left leg then extends. We arc over, and then we take the arc into a fold. So the hands may touch the floor, they may touch your leg. Just see what materializes for you. We come from up and the other side. So this time, lengthened arms to the right. We open up. We come back. 1, 2. Butterfly, fold. Coming up, right leg in front. Hands twisting to the right. And back. Right leg, extend. We arc over. We take that into a fold. And then we slide on back up. We are now taking the feet towards the left. And we're coming onto the opposite side. We have the top arm, which rotates. It then comes down and circles. We change direction. Then we spinal twist with it. So the elbow comes back as far as it's comfortable and then forwards. Follow your own timing. Then cradling the head. Lower legs, head, the obliques compressing. So those are the muscles that wrap around the sides and into the abdomen. the top arm onto the hip there. Top leg lengthens and flexes, and then we swing, feeling into the muscles. And take a pause, which I didn't do last time. Then we extend, so it's a flex foot up and down. So this will activate more of the outside muscle organization. We'll bring that to rest. And then we will have the inside. This time we let the toes point. As you point, it rotates the leg, so you're more with the adductor muscles. This time, when the leg comes down, let it bend, the foot comes behind, but still into these four adductors. A little pulse, or a big pulse. And then into cycling. You might feel a bit more of the gluteus muscles here. You have three of them. Minimus, medius, and maximus. Cycle in the other direction. We'll bring that down. Find our way into semi-sitting. Then from semi-sitting, your chosen final position. We're going to cross the arms, deltoids, a bit like shoulder pads up here. We'll give them a squeeze. Then we bring the hands into the cheeks. Have a squeeze here. Feel the difference between muscle and bone, the cheekbones and the cheek muscles. And we're going to squeeze the sides of the neck. Lots of muscle here. We're going to lace the fingers together. Use the weight of the elbows. Feel that reach through the back of the neck. Then the elbows open. We cradle the head. Just take the weight over that side. We change it over to the other side. Release. We're going to squeeze the fingers and toes, the muscles there. Then try and bring as much tension into your body as possible. Lots and lots of tension. And release. So bringing hands to the heart, closing your eyes. Noticing how you feel the body sensations, the tingles, the twitches, the itches, the tightness, the looseness. You may even feel your breath moving your rib cage. You might even feel the vibration of your heartbeat. Your external environment coming into you through your ears and connecting through your skin, how it feels, its temperature. And softly opening the eyes to the light, colors, textures, shapes of your chosen space. And thank you all very much. So, finding your adaptation, whether it is to continue to find some restful time or more movement, or making the adaptation to a more daily activity. So I again will thank you for joining me with the Marvellous Muscles journey.